Hey, I am here with the Mini Jam 71 with the theme of puzzles and the restrictions of had to combine two genres. And I was browsing through screenshots to look for another game to play because I felt like it. I've never used the screenshot function to find or to pick a game jam entry to play, and I actually might do this more often. It was a really cool way to find people who made GIFs, and you can kind of they catch your eye. Anyways, I won't go into. Basically, that's how I found this one because I noticed this and I was like, "Ooh, that looks awesome." So it's Breakout and Dark Souls, made by Brainable. Click to play. So this is just gonna be my feedback, my first impression, just my thoughts. Oh wow, it's probably gonna be loud, right? And, press Z to start, or 2. Oh. Oh. Oh god. Okay, so it's Z to attack, which is nice. So it's like every block is like a mini boss fight. Got him. Oh man, I died. Gotcha. So it's like every time you hit the block, it's like a mini game. Is there a full screen option? Oh, I thought I dodged that one. How do I go back to the center? Okay, so it's just after a few seconds. Got him. I don't know if they're getting harder with each one I defeat, but they might be. Oh man, I could have swore I dodged that one. Oh man, I keep doing that. Oh, this one has a crown. Oh god. I feel like it's probably in my best interest just to go offensive and try to kill them before they have a chance to kill me. Wait, can they not hit me while I'm attacking? Seems like there's a bit of jank while fighting, but... A definitely getting better at this. Well, I only have 1 life left. Oh man, this is kind of hard. But really cool. I think I'd be able to one-shot him because I missed that one attack. Oh, he's not attacking. Do their attack rates get higher and higher as you fight them? That'd be kind of cool. Oh, maybe not. God, this is with them approaching you is really intimidating. Oh man, it is a little bit of a lurch though to go from Breakout to just like this 1v1. Kind of like it feels more like Punch Out than like Dark Souls. Just because you're in one place and you just kind of have to like dodge and weave. Nice. Oh man, I think yeah, I think a really good reference to how to make this part of the combat feel like really juicy would be just to check out like some Punch Out, because that stuff is good. Do I have to like? Is it the thing that I have to like dash away from it? Like I can't dash in the same direction as the fist. So if I go this way, I'm safe, right? Okay, yeah, I think that's what it is. It wasn't very clear that I had to like dash away from the fist. I was kind of doing the Dark Souls thing if I want to like dash underneath his armpit. Like that. Oh, I did it again. It really doesn't look like that's going to hit me, but... Oh my god, I swung. I swung! I got greedy. Okay, I'm now that I kind of figured out that quirk, I think I got this. I think as far as like difficulty goes, that's probably going to be one of the hardest things for people to figure out, because that's not really intuitive. Especially going off of like the Souls-like inspiration. I know my first instinct in most Souls games or Souls-like games is to dodge like towards the attack. Okay, now that I figured this out, this is a lot of fun. It was a little chunky before because I literally couldn't tell how I was getting hit, but now it's like... But this is a lot more fun. Yeah, this definitely feels more like Punch Out than Dark Souls, which I love actually. I really dig Punch Out, and I'm surprised that there's not more games like it. Something that would be cool is if they do get stronger with each like kill, to identify which ones have the crowns on the breakout board, so that I can kind of strategically fight the harder enemies before they get like stronger. Or just like make make the breakout part of it have more interaction with the fights. Cuz right now it feels like the breakout exists as like almost as just a like just a very janky fight select that's a little random. Because I'm not like giving much thought in the breakout part as to like I need to keep this in mind when for the fight I'm about to do. I think a way you could take like the Dark Souls inspiration is add maybe a backstabbing mechanic, where if you hit them from the top, you get like a bonus hit and like a fancy animation. So when they get low like that, does that mean they're about to like attack again really fast? So he's really no. I think that's just how he breathes. God, the sprite work on the player character is really cool, by the way. Like he's just a cube, but he has like a lot of movement. Like it's pretty obvious that he's pretty awesomely animated. Yeah, so this is definitely getting harder. Seems like if I attack, I somehow like block the hit or like parry it if I attack at the right time. I probably could have attacked him there. I don't want to attack now, though. I'm too fast. I know how to play the game now. You're too weak. Oh, crap. Well, you know, I need to learn to shut up. I only have one hit left. It'd be good if there was a way to tell, like, which punches are going to leave him vulnerable for longer, so I don't, like, kind of screw myself. Wish there was music too, but it's kind of hard to find. Like, I can't even think of what type of music I would want to hear here. Nice. But yeah, if you need like a good reference point of like ways to expand on just this fighting system, like this is super punch outy. Dodge left right, and then punch when you shouldn't, and then get hit. Okay, this will be the one. I know it. Oh, is it the top row? Just all the top row are dudes with crowns, who I assume are tankier, and I died. Wow, this is definitely a personal favorite entry of mine. It's just such a cool concept. And I love Punch Out. I wish that dodge wasn't so long, but maybe I could like cancel it by hitting down. Hitting the boss feels really satisfying because of the flashing and the sound effect. Oh my god. Feels like depending on the enemy I can get like a cheap shot there. And the front dudes only take 2 hits, so I can like insta-kill these dudes. Something to note is the game doesn't immediately scream to me that it's like harder. 3, nice. And now that it's a lot easier knowing how many hits they take. Takes 1. Two. 3. 4. 5. So they take 5. Gotcha. So this is the front row, so I should be able to cheese them out. Nice. Damn, I love that, like, the more you learn about the game and the better you kind of get for feeling it out. You can kind of... Like, the fact that you can cheese in hits with that double, like, at the start is really cool. Gives you an advantage. Don't get greedy. Last crown. Oh, I got greedy. Don't get greedy, gets greedy immediately. Sorry if I'm quiet, I'm just like focusing. It's also a punch out instinct to like try to dodge towards the fist so you can like slip under their armpit sometimes. Like depending on the punch. I went towards the under the. Let me take a sip of my drink. Oh, maybe it's in the description. Stuff I didn't get around to: music, equipment, enemy variety. Yeah, it's a game jam, so enemy variety definitely would have been my. You kind of have that where the bottom row is 2 hits, second row is 3 hits, so you can't cheese them, and then top row is 5 hits. Music, yeah. Equipment would have been interesting for sure. Could be cool to see, like if you made a full version of this, like slower weapons or faster weapons. Damage numbers would have been nice, like if you did a full version. But man, this is really fun. These guys are intimidating as hell. Front rows are super pushover now that I know how to play, which is kind of cool. Those ones can be pushover too if they're not ready for you. The fact that you're still the pong ball is amazing. Like you're still just This game has really good aesthetics. Just like single color palette, nothing too complicated there. But it looks good. It's all monochrome. What could have worked is is having like a tint over the entire game. I don't know how the program you used works, so I don't know how easy this would have been. But have a tint over the entire game, and on the breakout have different have each block be a different color. Like maybe the top rows could be yellow and getting more and more red, going down to the bottom. Just kind of like a gradient, and then like when you enter the battle, the entire screen is tinted that color that the block is. Probably could have gone for a double there. Ones are so much safer. I wonder if I do this. Oh, nice. I'm curious to see if it works. Oh man, that looks cool. Oh, that was greedy. Oh, I died. Because I didn't catch the ball. Oh my god, itchy ear, please. Obviously, it's not like that crazily detailed, but it's really cool that the enemy almost has like a dynamic attack animation because they like start attacking wherever they are, like their breathing animation is at. I need to focus, man. Damn, I keep choking at the end. This is the one. Man, I could play this for a while. I'm definitely playing until I win, at least this level. I wouldn't be surprised if this was the only level, though, because that's just how, you know, game jams be, but... Oh my god, why did I do that? Rematch. this king is gonna be the death of me. Is HP persistent? I guess I'll find out. If he dies in, like, the next hit, it definitely does. Yeah, no, it's not. Okay. Can't touch this. I need to focus if I want this to be the winner, so I'm probably going to be silent. No! God, I keep doing that. I keep getting greedy. Okay, this is the one. I have a good feeling about this one. But something that would be nice is like a very clear visual indication of when I can't, like, or when he isn't gonna be able to punch. Like if there's create like a breathing period where it's very clear that he will not be able to punch me, so I can get like a free hit. Because as of right now, I can't tell if there is like oh my god, if there is a breathing period where he can't punch me after doing like a string of attacks, or well, that was terrifying. I need to get better at that cheese. The fact that these are just cubes is genius, by the way. Like they are literally the breakout paddles, and I'm literally the ball. It's great. Why didn't I choose him? I need to realize their HP so that I can, like, rush to finish them off if needed. Oh, am I going to get a perfect? I really shouldn't have said that. I'm probably going to die now. It's that constant game of you think, man, if only I had pressed the attack button half a second earlier, I would have gotten a free hit. But then the second you do it... But then it's too late because the second, you know, like, if I do it now, though. Unless one of these guys are randomly programmed, or, like, programmed to have personalities, and this one is literally just, he'll wait until you attack. That'd be the real plot twist. Yeah! Perfect win. Not even just a win. Damn, that was awesome. So, I think the obvious thing is the stuff you already have mentioned. There's no music. Equipment isn't an obvious thing. Like, I don't even think this game technically needs it, but But enemy variety would have been nice, but I think you actually have a kind of decent... It's not like good variety at all, but it is like they are slightly different enough that they do affect how I approach them. Like the first guys are easiest because I can instantly cheese them to death. The second ones you can technically do that with, but maybe if they were like 5 HP, that would be way too much. But the bosses are the ones, or the top row is the one where they got the spiciest. It'd be cool if the ones with the crowns in the battle had crowns in the breakout board, but that's fine. I don't know if people have been commenting that it might be a little difficult, because I could see it. I mean, I found it easy once I realized the strat. The block to destroy them, what a great... I'm just looking through to see what else. I don't want to repeat too much. It felt kind of repetitive. I kind of resigned to just waiting and mashing the buttons. Still very cool entry. Wait, does button mashing work? Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I think for me the things I would have liked to see is definitely not being able to dodge under the armpit feels super weird, considering this goes from like up here to down there, and you're over here, so you think you would be dodging. So that was a bit odd. I think the gameplay itself was really fun. I think the breakout board didn't do enough. I think the breakout board was just kind of a fancy way to go between battles, and that's fine. The breakout board also kind of was the visual style / the visual theme, so really good on that. Man, this was just a really good entry all around. But yeah, very, very punch-outy. Like, I feel like the fight system wasn't really dark like Souls-like. It was just like straight punch-out. But that's just how I feel about it. But yeah, if you want to expand this, I recommend like using Punch-Out for reference, because they do really cool stuff with a very similar combat style. And if you were to make this a full thing, and you don't have to, obviously, it's a game jam, so if you just decide to leave the project dead, that's honestly what I do most of the time. That's fine. But this is just for like hypotheticals, ways you could take it. I think the easier it is to come up with like hypothetical ideas, it just like means that the game has like really good potential, and I think this game idea has potential because I've seen this combat system in Punch-Out. I'm not trying to like take away like, oh, your combat system is Punch-Out, so nah, you did it really well. So yeah, I would love to see Punch-Out with like an equipment / character customization sort of system in a medieval setting. The animation on the cube is great. Everything follows like a very distinct visual theme and style. Like presentation, so something I've been doing is I've been going through the ratings in these videos and showing the ratings I give and explain what you could have changed to get 5 stars. Enjoyment, I will give a 5, so there's not much to explain. It was really fun. If I took a star away, which I might, but I won't, because I really enjoyed that, is that the breakout board didn't do enough. It was kind of just there, and that's honestly not even a complaint. It's just, yeah, the breakout board was just kind of there. But more importantly to me, at least, I guess 2 things. It was super weird for me to learn that you can't dodge underneath his arm, because it seems like the cube goes really far to the left and this kind of goes down. I don't know a way you could have done it other than maybe make him punch like right here and create like a shockwave effect instead. Have him like slam the ground. And then then that could lead to like an alternate move that you have to learn to dodge, where he lifts this hand down, smash down, hits both of these, and then have this attack still in. It's just you could dodge either way. Because that's like a good way to have a variance of moves. But the other thing is the way that the game starts. When you start the game, it's perfectly... I don't know if you notice this a lot, but something that happened with... one while I was playing the game quite a few times is I would start the game. I didn't know I was able to move yet because it says like press E to start. So like it looks like the game is paused because it says, oh, press E to start playing. So I assume it means start playing the breakout. Or actually, I think it says literally like press E to launch the ball, but all I'm trying to say is it wasn't super clear I could move this back and forth yet. So something to keep in mind is that when you start, and this is just like a difficulty curve thing, is my first experience was the game was going straight up, going perfectly between these, and then fighting the hardest enemy. And I don't think that's what you really want. I think you'd rather have them fight the weaker enemy. One way to do that, there's two ways to do, or one main way to do this, which is to change the amount of blocks so that it's an odd number, so that this middle section would be covered. And if this is too many blocks, you think, because it could be better interpretation, you could just like reduce it by one, so that the blocks take up this space. In both cases, you hit this first, and you want to hit the easy enemy first. It didn't affect my experience that much, so it's not that big of a deal, but if you were adding like more difficult monsters, like if these guys were harder, you would want to do that. If these guys were like evil, and these guys were chill. Just a difficulty curve thing. It wasn't that big of a deal, but yeah, it was my only other complaint, but I got over that really quickly. And to be fair, it's a small thing to consider, but it didn't affect my enjoyment of the game at all, so I'm not taking a star off that for that. Concept, I will give you a 5, because it's not just that you have like a really cool concept here of Breakout, but it's like an RPG, or like it's just a combat system when you hit the block. I'm going to give the concept a 5 because you also executed it really well, and there's a very clear visual theme throughout both systems. Like, these systems are slightly detached from each other, where you basically have a game and then the way to get to the game. So I might take a star off for that. These two aren't combined. They're, like, separate, which is a lot for a jam, so it's impressive, but the breakout part doesn't seem to affect combat at all. Again, I think a way to fix that would have been to, if you hit the back, maybe flash some text up that says sneak attack times 2 damage or something. Or like maybe side attacks too, but probably not. Just if you hit them from the back, maybe have like a, hey, you did a back attack, here's something special, and then that way the breakout part actually affects combat. Otherwise, these two are just separate, and that's not always great when you're trying to combine things. Because honestly, I almost would have just preferred to play the punch out part without any of the without the breakout getting in the way. The breakout wasn't bad, of course, but it was just like a non-factor. So I think that could have been a way to spice things up. Just like add a way to combine them, because right now they're separate. Have a way that the breakout part affects the punch out part. And there's a lot of ways you could go with it. There's obviously the back attack. There's a what you could do is, I'm trying to think of other ways. I said there's a lot of ways, but I can't think of very many. So, touche me. Yeah, I can't think of any other ways off the top of my head. But yeah, just anything like that. All that I'm asking or saying in this part is make this part affect the combat. Because right now it doesn't seem to do anything to the combat other than select the enemy you fight. And my question for that is, why not just use a menu? But really good still. Like, that, I'm only going to take a single star off that because the concept's really cool. Your concept bleeds into the visual style. Like, the breakout part, if it does anything, it gave you a cool aesthetic to work with during the combat. So, that's cool. So, I'm giving you 4. Presentation, I'll give you a 4. It looks amazing. Really fun. The visual style is cohesive, visually clear, like everything you want out of your visuals. Clear, interesting, cohesive with the themes, just like really good. But I'm gonna have to take a star off because there's no music. I know there was probably plans to, but it definitely does affect the like how the game is perceived and how I feel it was presented. There's a little bit of like slight bugginess with some of the animations. Like, is it going to be here? Yeah, where like if he's really low when he does the attack, he resets to full instantly, it looks like. But other than that, the game looks amazing, and I'm not going to take a star off for really, really minor visual things. If I had to take another star off for presentation, it'd be because there's nothing that like visually makes it seem like you couldn't dodge underneath his arm. But I'm not going to because I learned that pretty fast. The use of limitation, I'm going to give you a 5. And that is just because the way I've been kind of describing it so far is that if the game is... If the combination, basically, that's here, if I can instantly read that and imagine what the game is like, or I can, like, in my brain be like, oh yeah, that's how that game would work. Like, if it's just an obvious... If it's just very, like, the themes click to me pretty fast, I'm not giving it 5. And if it's something super obvious, like puzzle platformer or action adventure, just stuff like that, I'm going to 3. But this was a really awesome combo. That's not a combo you would ever expect to see together, and when you think of it, you're like... Obviously, if this GIF wasn't here and you just heard Breakout Souls-like, you'd be like, how the hell do you do that? I don't think it's super Souls-like. I mean, it is. Depending on your definition, it definitely fits it. It's pretty challenging, and you have dodging and stamina. Depends on how you define it. But yeah, that's a good term. But it felt way more like Punch-Out to me than anything Souls-related. But yeah, now these are my ratings, and really awesome entry. So, yeah, only 4 cookies. 4 more than I did. Anyways, cheers.